Why fruits are not healthy, are not optimal, specifically not in summer. Because fruits has high amount of deuterium, which basically high amount of deuterium can damage your mitochondria. Literally, it can lower the efficiency of your mitochondria, and also at the same time it can lower the amount of mitochondria in your body. As we know, mitochondria, the purpose of it mm, to produce energy for our body. So basically, the number one why the fruits are not optimal, not healthy, specifically not in the summer, because it has high deuterium. Second is it has high amount of fructose. And the problem with fructose is we are not able to oxidize fructose. We have to like convert the fructose to glucose so that we can use the glucose. But the thing is, using glucose, too much exogenous of glucose aren't optimal either, because our body only needs 4 grams of glucose in our entire body. Literally only 4 grams. You don't need to consume any glucose, because the glucogenesis process will be like take care of that. And also there's a waste product which are excess backbone triglyceride will make a glucose enough for you, which are 4 grams of glucose at any given time. So basically, you don't need glucose. And the problem with fruits, it has a high amount of fructose, which basically the fructose will be like straight goes to the liver to start processing, which basically you can get the fatty liver even though you don't consume alcohol. But the thing is, you will still get the fatty liver disease because you have a too much fructose in your diet, in your body specifically. And other reasons of fructose is it has like 10 times more glycating than glucose. So basically, glucose are not optimal because they are very glycating, which basically can make you aging faster because it can bind the protein in your blood vessel, right? In your blood circulation, whatever it is. It can bind the protein. And the point is you will be like aging faster. And the fructose, glucose is very glycating, but the fructose was like 10 times more glycating than glucose, which basically will like age more faster. If you really care about looking youthful, looking like if you care about your looks, you care about youth, then you should not consuming fructose, consuming high amount of fruits, especially not in the summer. Another is fruits are missing 26 compounds that are essential or beneficial. For example, is vitamin A, which are retinol, vitamin D3, vitamin K2, carnosine, creatine, taurine, EPA, DHA, choline, cholesterol, CoQ10, whatever it is. The thing is, the 26 compounds are only found in mists and are not found in any plant foods. Literally, you only can find them in red meat specifically. It can found in animal meats, but optimally you should consume most of your food are red meat. A lot of people say red meat is unhealthy, whatever it is, cause cancer. The thing is, all the studies out there was association which basically you have to have a cause and effect studies, which basically we control everything. We control everything. We have a two group of people. There are several people here, and there's a several people here. We have to control everything. Their sun exposure is like 30 minutes. This also like 30 minutes. They're going to the gym for about like 1 hour per day. This also like going to the gym 1 hour per day. And the thing is, inside the gym, weightlifting for they doing the weightlifting. They also doing the weightlifting. Basically, all the same. This like shower 5 times a day. This also like shower 5 times a day. Just everything was like control everything, but just one thing they are not the same, which are this consuming vegetable, grains, whatever. This only consume red meat only, and this consume only vegetable. Other than that, everything was same. This doesn't have consuming any alcohol. This also doesn't consume any alcohol. All the same. The difference is what they are eating. Now there's a cause and effect studies, but the thing is we don't have that cause and effect studies. We just only like have an association study. For example, this association study is you see there's a people who get a good grades, but they're smoking and also drinking alcohol. Doesn't mean we have to like associate that if you're drinking alcohol or smoking, we can improve our IQ, we can get a good grades. It's just nonsense. Because just like association, same thing. If I every single Monday like there's a really rich kids, right? Really attractive kid, whatever it is, and every single Monday he will like wipe out the window. Do you think we should like so the conclusion is we should like wipe out we should like wipe the window every single Monday so that we can look more attractive and also look more healthy, whatever it is. So that's the example of association study. There's no cause and effect study of eating only meats for the long term. I mean, that's it. Fruits, and also fruits are not optimal because most of the fruits are picked early, which basically most of the fruits are picked when they are not ripened it yet, which basically a lot of like a lot of like anti-nutrients, toxics are inside the fruits because they don't have a chance to retract the anti-nutrients to the trees. As we know, why why the fruits that are not ripened are so toxic because it is a defense mechanism. They don't want any insects, any animals to eating them so that they can be ripened because they want to grow. Same thing with same thing with the seed too, which basically seed the most defended part of the plants. They want to be eaten to other animals because they want to grow. They want to survive. Same thing with the fruits too. It is not ripened, which basically it has a lot of like anti-nutrients, and most fruits in the store are picked early, especially if the fruits they are not local in your area. If you like you get the fruits from the other country, which basically an import fruits, which basically most of the fruits are picked early, which basically the fruits doesn't have a chance to retract anti-nutrients. Therefore, there's a lot of like anti-nutrients inside the fruits, which basically it is not optimal and really toxic to our body. Yes, maybe we look fine with every bit, but in the long term, it's still toxic to us and still gonna have a negative compound. Maybe you have a really digestive issue, your stomach is kind of like bit pain, whatever it is, it's still toxic to us. So I mean that's it. Thanks for watching. Peace.